Wow, I'm gonna buy this phone right now. Take my money.
Hey, Big Billion Day is here. Phone is available for 80% discount.
What? Give me back my. Okay, this is Realme GT Neo 3T. Perfect. And this is very interesting. Suppose it was 2021 and I asked you which is the best flagship killer specs. You would say Snapdragon 870 processor, the crowd favorite processor, 120Hz AMOLED display, 80-watt fast charging, which is ideal. Well, this phone has all of that. So should you still consider this phone in 2022? Well, this Realme GT Neo 3T 5G might cost around 30,000, but you will get as much as 7,000 bank offers, discounts, and exchange bonus, which might bring the effective price around 23,000. So again, the question is, should you consider Realme GT Neo 3T? And there's one small thing that you need to know about Snapdragon 870. This is Prateek, you're already watching TechVisor. Let's go. First of all, big box, there's not much. You get the phone, a slightly off-white case, 80-watt super dart charger, USB-A to Type-C cable, Dare to Leap on the box. Now, the charger is not a PD charger, so you cannot fast charge your laptop with it. Neither the phone supports PD charging. Now, what's good this year is the back. Like, Realme keeps on doing this fun color themes without text. Without text, that's important. And you have this checkered design. You can see when you tilt it towards the light or just stand beside a window, you can see that pattern. Unfortunately, you can't play chess on it. Now, the phone feels a bit bulky, like it weighs 194, 195 grams, but it feels a bit more than that in the hand. The frame is plastic, you get a plastic back. Now the display is same as before, you get a 6.62-inch E4 AMOLED display. Now it's a 120Hz display. For people who don't know, E4 AMOLED display takes less battery, and if you go outdoors, it is pretty bright. Rest you get wideband L1, and it's such a good display, but you don't get HDR on Netflix. All in all, in short, it is a beautiful display. Also, you get stereo speakers. It is loud, like you have like good amount of bass from the bottom speaker. Overall, it's good. But the most important thing is Snapdragon 870, the popular Snapdragon 870. Well, you get 8GB LPDDR4X RAM, 128GB UFS 3.1 storage. Now the thing is, 870 performs very cool. Like any benchmark you throw at the app, it's really cool, it's really good. But you don't buy a phone to run benchmarks, right? Well, we played games on it for about 1 to 2 hours, pretty good performance, and they've also included a stainless steel vapor cooling chamber, so the phone stays really cool if you game for 1 hour, 2 hours. But the thing is, Snapdragon 870 was launched in January 2021, about 1.5 years ago. Now you would be like, Prateek, I don't care. Snapdragon 870 is old but powerful enough and easily does all my daily tasks. Well, agreed. But the thing is, Snapdragon only supports chips for 2 years to 3 years. Like 3 years for this Snapdragon 870 maybe. Now in simple words, here's how the Android update works. First, you have an update from Google. Then Snapdragon applies their code and drivers and pushes the update. Then finally it goes to Realme, they make their own changes and then you get the update. But if Snapdragon doesn't provide that update, the entire thing falls apart. So Snapdragon 870 is not bad, but updates are something you have to keep in mind. And in camera, you get a 64 megapixel main camera on the Realme GT Neo 3T with OIS, and we are at a very good place and we'll click photos of Kaushik. Now, first of all, it was raining, so the shots look dramatic, like really dramatic, and actually they look good. Like this leaf photo, it's sharp, looks good. The colors are slightly boosted. Even in this Kaushik photo, there is a slight boost and yellow face tone, but overall, the photo looks social media ready. In portrait mode photos, the photo quality was decent. Now, since Snapdragon 870 is powerful, you can record 4K 60 FPS, but the stabilization is better in 4K 30 FPS. Also, you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera which takes good photos in good daylight condition, but as light goes down or in this cloudy weather, the pictures are a bit soft, but this is what you get in this price range. And of course, you have a 2 megapixel macro camera, like why not? And on the front you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera and you can record only up to 1080p 30 fps, like come on, 2022. But the selfies come out good. Like if you zoom in, there is a bit of digital sharpness, but the dynamic range, and even if you zoom in on my t-shirt, the texture and all is really good. Now software is where I want to talk. You get the latest Realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12. Now you get a bit of bloatware which can be easily uninstalled. However, see, if you search for an app, there's this app install suggestion. If you install an app from the Play Store, there is this app scanning which again has suggestions. I mean, all of this can be turned off, but it shouldn't be there in the first place. Like, Realme should lower this. Rest, you get Realme UI features. Like, I like this very much. You can swipe up on any app and do this to convert it into a floating window. You can resize it, and this is good. You can also swipe up with 3 fingers and you can directly get into split screen mode. These are pretty useful UI features. Now, before we get to the conclusion, this is Realme GT Neo 2, which sold massively in smartphone sales, and not just Realme GT Neo 2, but even Realme GT Master Edition sold really good in sales. In fact, Realme sells somewhere around 1 million to 5 million units during this Big Billion and Festive Day sales. In fact, Realme CEO Madhav Seth said the festive season is one of the most important time for Realme. They have really high demand, which means sale season. So the point is, we all love discounts. And suddenly a phone becomes more valuable when you see that MRP strike through with huge discounts. Some small important things to know about the Realme GT Neo 3T. You get a 5000 mAh battery, which lasts like easily one day. You get 80 watt fast charging, which can charge 100% in 29 minutes. Crazy. You can get to 50% in just 12 minutes. You also get 8 5G bands. With respect to India, 5G support is pretty good. You get all the important sensors, and 4G plus carrier aggregation support is also really good. But the important question is, should you consider the Realme GT Neo 3T at discounted price? Well, if you want the best performance at the price of 23,000, Snapdragon 870 performs really good. Battery life is also really good on Realme GT Neo 3T, but be aware that it is an old chip now, so updates after 2 years could be a bit less. We'll also be covering some good deals and smartphone sales. Let us know if you want that. So this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Happy.